Bashar Al Assad, the now ousted president of Syria, has left the country following a series of dramatic events. On Sunday, Syrian rebels captured the capital, Damascus, effectively ending Assad's regime and the Assad family's 50-year rule over the country. Reports now confirm that Assad and his family have arrived in Russia, where they've been granted asylum on humanitarian grounds. Russian news agencies say he landed in Moscow, with the Kremlin stating that the decision to provide asylum was made without involving earlier negotiations about his departure. The rebel offensive that led to Assad's ouster was swift and unexpected. It began with the capture of key locations, including the city of Homs. In a powerful display, thousands of Syrians flooded the streets, chanting for freedom and tearing down portraits of Assad, marking the end of an era. At the same time, the Syrian army acknowledged that Assad's rule had ended but announced they would continue military operations against armed groups in certain areas. Rebels have already begun shaping the transition, with plans to supervise public institutions through the former prime minister. They've also called for free elections to allow Syrians to decide their future leadership. Meanwhile, international reactions have been pouring in. US President Joe Biden has assured that the White House is in close coordination with regional partners.
The United States will do whatever we can to support them, including through humanitarian relief, to help restore Syria after more than a decade of war and generations of brutality by the Assad family.
Israel has moved its military to seize control of the buffer zone in the Golan Heights, a move that adds another layer of tension. And in Damascus, Iran's embassy was stormed by rebels, further highlighting the seismic shifts taking place. There was some confusion initially about Assad's escape. His plane reportedly disappeared from radar shortly after takeoff, prompting speculation about his fate. But it's now confirmed that he made it safely to Russia. This marks a significant turning point in Syria's civil war. The power vacuum left behind by Assad raises both hopes for democracy and concerns about instability. Groups like Hayat Tahrir al-Sham are expected to play a major role in Syria's future leadership, but their involvement raises questions about the country's path forward. International sanctions and foreign relations will also come under scrutiny as the world reacts to this new chapter for Syria. The Assad era is over, but the challenges for Syria are far from finished. Rebuilding the nation and moving toward democracy will be a monumental task, one that Syrians and the global community are watching closely.